Hello and welcome to our video on psychological tricks for salary negotiation. When it comes to negotiating salaries, it can be a very sensitive topic. Many people are unsure how to reach their target salary and negotiate successfully. That's why today, we'll be discussing psychological tricks that can help you strengthen your negotiating position and negotiate successfully. If you're able to understand and apply these psychological tricks, you can significantly improve your negotiation skills. In this video, we'll provide you with some valuable tips and strategies to be more successful in salary negotiations. Stay tuned and learn how to use the power of body language, the principle of social proof, the art of framing, and other psychological tricks to achieve the best outcome. Let's get started. Before entering a salary negotiation, it's important to prepare yourself well. A solid preparation can help you negotiate with more confidence and success. In this section, we'll give you some tips on how to best prepare for the negotiation. First, you should research the company and the position you're negotiating for. Look for information about the company on the internet and read job descriptions and salary information to get a better understanding of what's usually paid for the position. Next, you should analyze your own performance and achievements. Think about what you've accomplished for the company and what successes you can highlight. Make a list of your achievements to ensure that you can emphasize all your strengths in the negotiation. Finally, it's important to set a realistic target salary. Consider how much you want to earn and what you consider appropriate in relation to the company and the position. Also, take into account the salary information you've collected during your research. Thorough preparation can help you approach the salary negotiation with more confidence and increase your chances of success. Body language can have a decisive impact on the course of salary negotiations. Posture, gestures, and facial expressions are crucial for the impression you leave on your conversation partner. An upright posture signals confidence and strength, while a slouched body signals weakness. Open gestures and facial expressions, such as a friendly smile, signal openness and trust, while closed gestures, such as crossed arms, can signal defensiveness. Sit upright and maintain eye contact with your conversation partner. Avoid unnatural gestures or movements that may show your nervousness. Use your hands to emphasize specific points or signal agreement, but don't overdo it. Pay attention to your facial expressions and try to show a friendly and confident face. Avoid closed gestures, such as crossed arms or hands in front of your body. The right body language can help you appear more confident and persuasive, thus increasing your negotiation success. However, the power of body language does not only come from ourselves, but also from our conversation partner. During a negotiation, your conversation partner may send out nonverbal signals that can reveal their true thoughts and feelings. For example, a disapproving posture, a hidden yawn, or a lack of interest in your arguments can signal that your conversation partner is not willing to agree to your salary proposal. Therefore, it is important to pay attention to your conversation partner's body language and gestures during the negotiation. Watch their eyes, hands, facial expressions, and body posture. Try to interpret their nonverbal signals and incorporate them into your negotiation strategy. Some tips for interpreting your conversation partner's nonverbal signals are: pay attention to eye contact. If your conversation partner is not looking you in the eye, it could indicate indecision or disinterest. Watch their body posture. A disapproving posture, crossed arms, or a leaned back position can signal that your conversation partner is not willing to agree. Observe their facial expressions and gestures. A forced smile or an impatient gesture can indicate that your conversation partner is not satisfied. By interpreting and using your conversation partner's nonverbal signals, you can adjust your negotiation strategy and potentially increase your negotiation success. Framing refers to the way a topic or statement is presented to influence the perception or evaluation of what is being said. In salary negotiations, you can use this technique to frame your salary proposal in a more positive way and strengthen your negotiating position. An example of applying framing would be to express your salary request as a percentage increase over your current salary, instead of stating a specific dollar amount. This can make your proposal appear as a moderate increase, rather than too high. Another way to frame your argument is to focus on the compensation of other employees in similar positions to argue that your salary is too low in comparison. By consciously shaping the way you present your arguments, you can influence your counterpart's perception and strengthen your negotiating position. Some tips for applying framing in salary negotiations include: choose your words carefully and avoid negative expressions. Focus on the positive aspects of your performance and achievements. Use comparative data to put your salary request into perspective. Use arguments that are beneficial to your employer, such as higher motivation and performance. By applying the art of framing, you can present your arguments more convincingly and strengthen your negotiating position in salary negotiations. We will also examine some successful framing strategies in salary negotiations. Framing refers to the way a topic or statement is presented to influence the perception or evaluation of what is being said. In salary negotiations, framing can be used to present your arguments more convincingly and strengthen your bargaining position. An example of successful framing is to focus on the positive aspects of your performance and achievements to create a positive perception with your employer. For instance, you could say, "I have been working hard over the past few months and successfully completed projects that had a positive impact on the company. I believe that my performance justifies a salary increase." Another successful framing strategy is to use comparison values to contextualize your salary expectations. You could say, for example, "I have researched and found that my salary expectations are reasonable compared to other employees in similar positions in the industry." Another way to use framing in salary negotiations is to align your arguments with your employer's interests. For instance, you could argue that a salary increase would motivate you to work harder and achieve higher performance, which would have long-term positive effects on the company. In summary, some successful framing strategies in salary negotiations include: 1. Focusing on the positive aspects of your performance and achievements. 2. Using comparison values to contextualize your salary expectations. 3. Aligning your arguments with your employer's interests. 4. Choosing your words carefully and avoiding negative expressions. By skillfully applying framing, you can present your arguments more convincingly in salary negotiations and strengthen your bargaining position. The principle of social proof states that we often use the behavior of other people as a reference point for our own behavior. In salary negotiations, this can mean using the salary expectations of other employees in similar positions as a benchmark to demand a reasonable pay increase. Furthermore, we can also influence the behavior of our negotiation partners by skillfully adapting our own behavior. For example, if we display a positive and confident body language and use clear language, this can impress our negotiation partners and help them take our salary demands more seriously. It is important to note that the principle of social proof can also lead us to succumb to group pressure and make decisions that may not necessarily be in our best interest. If other employees in similar positions accept lower salaries, this can lead us to lower our own salary demands to avoid standing out. In salary negotiations, you should be aware of how the behavior of others can influence your own behavior and adjust your salary demands based on your own performance and achievements. When demanding a reasonable pay increase, you should present your arguments clearly and confidently and not let others influence you. If you want to use the principle of social proof in salary negotiations, you should first research the salary structures in your company and industry. Find out what other employees in similar positions are earning and what salaries are common in your industry. This way, you can realistically assess your salary goal and base your salary demands on a solid foundation. Another way to use the principle of social proof in salary negotiations is to refer to successful colleagues or employees in similar positions. For example, if you have learned that a colleague with similar qualifications and experience earns a higher salary, you can use this as a reference point for your salary demands. Highlight your own achievements and successes and emphasize why you deserve a salary increase. However, it is important not only to refer to the salaries of others but also to present your own arguments clearly and convincingly. Emphasize the added value you bring to the company and the achievements you have made. Clear and confident argumentation can help your negotiation partners take your salary demands seriously and make you a reasonable offer. Time is a crucial factor in negotiations, as it can significantly influence the outcome of the negotiation. For example, if you know that your negotiation partners are under time pressure or that the company urgently needs qualified employees, you can skillfully use these factors in your negotiation strategy. It is important to create a timeline for salary negotiations and share it with your negotiation partners. This signals that you take the negotiation seriously and aim for a swift resolution. However, do not try to act too quickly and be pressured into accepting an ill-considered offer. Another aspect is urgency. If you know that the company urgently needs qualified employees or that you are an important part of the team, you can use this in your negotiation strategy. Highlight how important your work is for the company and the successes you have already achieved. This way, you can convince your negotiation partners that you deserve a salary increase and that it is in the company's interest to keep you. However, it is important to also consider the needs and interests of your negotiation partners when using time and urgency in salary negotiations. Do not pressure your negotiation partners or overwhelm them with unrealistic demands. A fair and balanced negotiation is crucial to building a long-term and positive relationship with your employer. In conclusion, we would like to summarize the key points of these salary negotiation strategies. A successful salary negotiation requires comprehensive preparation, consideration of body language and framing strategies, as well as knowledge of the influence of social proof, time, and urgency. The art of salary negotiation requires practice and experience. However, applying the techniques discussed here can help you make your salary negotiation more effective and achieve the best possible outcome. It is also important to note that the use of these psychological tricks should not come at the expense of integrity or honesty. The best salary negotiations are based on a win-win situation, where both the employer and employee are satisfied. We hope that these tips will help you master your next salary negotiation successfully. Thank you for watching.